Enchanted Tiki Talk is brought to you by Kingdom Strollers. Our premium stroller and crib rentals are delivered straight to your Disney or Orlando area resort. It couldn't be easier. Book yours at kingdomstrollers.com. And Mouse Pros. Let our travel specialist plan your next vacation. Our concierge level service gives you the perfect hassle-free vacation. Get your free quote from Sean or any of our magical agents at mousepros.com. And Mickey Monthly, the Disney fans' monthly subscription box that brings the magic right to your door. Visit them at mickeymonthly.com. And buy Woody Sunglasses. Don't let glare ruin your magical view. These premium wood frame polarized sunglasses will let you tour the parks in style. Visit them at woodies.com. And now, it's show time!
Vahidi me kyonimana, ladies and gentlemen. No flashbulbs, please. Our performers are temperamental and easily upset. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, look at all the people.
My goodness, you're all staring at us. We better start the show rolling.
Wait. We forgot to wake up the Glee Club.
Hey, howdy, hey, and welcome to Enchanted Tiki Talk. We are your hosts. I'm Sean.
I'm Keith.
I'm Matt.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Alan.
So grab yourself a Dole Whip or a citrus roll, pull up a chair, and enjoy the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Enchanted Tiki Talk. If this is the first time you're listening to us, I apologize in advance. If you've been here for 220-something episodes, I sincerely apologize. Yes, why? Why are you sticking around so long? So, with that, one of the things we like to do is we like to listen to our listeners out there, especially when they have questions. So last week's episode with David, that was great. I enjoyed talking with the guys about some of the questions he had on that. It made it for an interesting show, at least, for us anyway. It's fun to have to think about things that you're not necessarily planning to think about. I guess is the best way to say it. So with that, the one thing we would love to do is do a listener mailbag show. So if you have any interest at all, you can send us an email to podcast@EnchantedTikiTalk, and you can certainly ask a question. You could DM us on Twitter. You can message us on DM us on Facebook. You can just post something on Facebook. You can tell us that this is the question you want to ask, but you want to be anonymous. You can leave a message on the Tiki Talk hotline if you really want to.
That's scary.
Yeah, there's so many ways to get in touch with it. You can go to Scott's house and ask a question.
Yeah.
So that's all. It's all good. Any way you want to get in touch with us, we'd love to do another listener mailbag show. It's been a long time because it's fun. You never know what kind of questions you're going to get. So sort of like Matt.
Your show.
It's like a box of chocolates.
That's right. And speaking of Matt is not here again this week. We're not sure if he's ever going to come back, but we hope he does. See, the thing with Matt
that
is,
flu bug has been horrible, man. That's it's just like at home, at work. I mean, it's just been everywhere. It's crazy.
Maybe he has that rash and itch and whatever Keith had on last week's show.
Oh, it could be.
Could be. I sent it to him in a card.
Creepy. That's really creepy.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, please send your questions to us. We just want some questions, please. We want some. Okay, so with that, I am going to take a quick potty break.
Potty.
Clean your perch off.
Yeah, it's time to change the paper, Sean.
I don't use papers here.
Really?
Yeah, you do?
Well, yeah, it's easier to clean up that way.
Yours is always the dirtiest, though. I don't know if you're really using paper.
That's why I have paper.
Yeah, it looks pretty nasty, that paper.
Oh, it's a Rorschach test.
They look sort of like pictures of Scott.
Usually they do.
Yeah.
One and the same.
Or Superman.
Superman.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Here are your 25 questions to answer before time is up. Don't fall out of that noble perch, it's perch talk.
Hello, everyone. This is Scott, and we are at Disney Springs, my home away from home, and I am here with Fred, and I've also got Sean and Keith here. And before we get started, I want to remind you that Perch Talk is brought to you by Trader Sam's Coffee Company, where you can brew your happy place. All right, so 25 questions, 2 minutes. Fred, are you ready?
Sure.
All right, first question. Favorite Disney World theme park?
Epcot.
Favorite land in Magic Kingdom?
Tomorrowland.
Favorite souvenir?
Shot glasses.
Favorite quick service?
Pecos Bill.
Favorite table service?
Brown Derby. Ohana, yes, Ohana.
Ohana. Favorite on-site hotel?
Wilderness Lodge.
Favorite show?
Was it Phantasmic?
Wow. Favorite parade?
What's the Christmas one?
Mickey's Very Merry?
Yeah, Mickey's Very Merry.
Favorite fireworks?
The one at Epcot.
Illuminations.
Illuminations.
Favorite Epcot pavilion?
You haven't even seen it yet. The land.
Favorite time of year to attend Walt Disney World?
Christmas time.
Monorail or ferry boat?
Ferry boat.
Favorite thrill ride?
Rock and roller coaster.
Dole Whip or Citrus Swirl?
Dole Whip.
Favorite Main Street shop?
Confectionery.
Favorite princess?
I'm old school. Snow White.
Favorite prince?
There's princes.
Fair enough. Favorite Disney song?
Put it on your list.
2 minutes. Got a few of them out of there. All right, Fred. Well, thank you for doing it.
Cool.
And have a good night.
You like it? Good.
We are back from the potty break here on Enchanted Tiki Talk. So this week on the show, we are going to talk about a topic that Keith has been wanting to do for about 3 years now, and that is the best...
Or 2 days.
Or
whichever.
3 years. I'm pretty sure it's 3 years if I can go back in text messages. Every once in a while, Keith brings up this topic, and we're like, no. And we just decide not to do it. But tonight we are going to talk about it. And because Keith posted this on social media, we have some of our listener responses. You know, some of our favorite spots to take pictures of whether it's an attraction, whether it's a picture of me when you're in the park with me. You know, whatever.
Old Key West.
Old Key West, whatever you'd like to get a picture of. You know, that's game. So
Wherever
spend
Sean's
some
going to
time.
tackle me for taking a picture of him.
Yeah. So let's talk about that, guys.
Okay. All of us have those go-to shots, and I know that there's been lots of trips where it's like I seem to take the same things over and over and over again. So I try and seek out some new spots to take some pictures at, because it does get kind of boring to have the same pictures over and over again. So I guess the first spot that I just like to roam around and check things out is in Harambe. It's at the Animal Kingdom. There's tons of stuff there. The fruit carts, the posters that's up on the walls, that's on with the buildings, the architecture there, the signs. It's just a really a cool spot. It's themed extremely well. It's very authentic. It's just a fun spot to take pictures at.
And there's so many details within Harambe to get the pictures of too, whether you're looking at big shots or even looking down micro of everything that's there.
I think I only have one picture of Harambe, maybe two. You know, it used to be a lot easier before kids. I would love to take pictures, a lot more pictures, but the kids just take up so much of your time.
Well, see, I don't have that problem, so
Right.
I take a roam around and I do whatever I want to do.
Right.
And the wife wants to do.
So one of my first ones is I love, believe it or not, to spend time on Main Street USA And especially during the holidays, I love to take pictures of all the Christmas decorations. But when it's not the holidays, I love to take pictures of the windows on Main Street. You know, I enjoy that. You know, I try to like focus on a different building on each trip and look at everything that they have there. And sometimes I will research some of those people that have their name on there. It's fun. I also have the book by Jeff Heimbach as well.
That's an awesome book.
Yeah, it is a good book, and I enjoy doing that. So I recommend people spend more time on Main Street and examine what's happening on Main Street, because the windows are great, and it's a good learning experience for younger kids to teach them how Disney was built.
They're very punny too.
Yes. And sometimes it's hard to really get like a good view of them and not get like stampeded. There's been like a few times I stop and try and get a picture, and it's like I look down and it's like a train car is coming right at you, and you're like, oh, okay, sorry, gotta move. All right, bye.
Probably one of my favorite photo spots anywhere on property is in Epcot, and specifically during Flower and Garden Festival. But when you go from Future World into World Showcase and turn right like you're going towards Canada, which is the incorrect way, right as you make that turn, within like 20 feet, turn back and look over the water towards Spaceship Earth. And I always do it, like I said, during Flower and Garden, especially because you've got all the hidden Mickeys in the flower that they do on the edge of the water there. And when the monorail comes by with Spaceship Earth, I think it's the Disney picture that, like I said, every year I have to get that spot when I'm in that park.
That is a good one. That's especially if the sun is hitting it just right. Oh,
right.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I kind of on top of Scott's is if you take a rope drop Epcot too, you can get some really excellent pictures of Spaceship Earth, and with the sun is hitting it, it changes the color. It's really like a cool just like vantage point to get the sun as it reflects off of Spaceship Earth too. It's really cool. I think another one is rare. It's really only possible if it's not that busy. The Swiss Family Treehouse. You get a ton of cool just like detailed pictures from in there. Once you're at the top, you can see the Enchanted Tiki Room and stuff. That's a cool picture. It's really hard though. It's busy and people are trying to get in front of you and run past you. But there's a lot of cool just like theming details in there. It's neat to get some pictures of that. Like a lot of people, they just walk right past that.
Yeah, that's a good spot. But like you said, a lot of times you have people coming up behind you or trying to work your way up. It's hard. Believe it or not, like that attraction never has a line, but often enough, there's enough people in there that even stopping for a second, you don't have the time.
Well, yeah, that's a hard one. Like I said, if you catch it at the right time, it's cool. If it's busy, it's just more of like a stressful hassle than anything.
So another one I have is, once again, it's in the Magic Kingdom, and one thing I love to do is try to get pictures of my kids in front of the train station with the train is sitting there, especially when it's first pulling in. I love to try to get a shot like that. I love trying to get a picture of the train at the train station anyway. You have the beautiful colors from all the flowers that they have going on there. The lighting is just right. The picture will come out really nice. You get emotion with the train coming in the background, and it's just a beautiful spot to take a picture at the right time of day.
It's nicer now too that they pulled the tap stiles further down.
Right.
There's like a lot more space there. It doesn't get quite as congested right there, so it's easier to get your pictures. And that's another one. It's really nice, like at Christmas time.
Yeah.
With the poinsettias and stuff, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And same being, whether it's rope drop or late at night, it's a great spot. Probably one of the best spots in, I think, Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, I agree. What else is your choice there, Scotty?
So mine's going to be kind of an obscure one. I'm actually sending it to you guys right now. I don't know if I'd ever shared that one with you guys. It really takes the perfect timing, and there's not a lot of opportunities to see this, but because of the proximity to Spaceship or to Kennedy Space Center, and if you can check the rocket launch schedule from there, Mission Space was built as you're facing it to be pointed directly towards Kennedy Space Center. So if you can time it just right with a rocket launch. It was always a bucket list photo of mine to take a rocket launch with it. But as you're looking at mission space, it's kind of got an arch piece of metal that goes up, which pretty much mirrors what the arch of a rocket launch would be. So I went last year and had never taken a picture. I do love a lot of astrophotography, and I was able to time it just right. But to see a rocket launch going over mission space, I think is one of the coolest things to see, just because it's one of those things that Disney did that most people would probably never know.
That is really cool. Like, I'm looking at it now, and yeah, I mean, perfect arc of that. It's on top of mission space. That's really neat.
Yeah, I know you sent that to me once before.
Who knew?
That's a nice shot. Oh, man.
All right, so another one I had is inside of the Canada pavilion. It's a really just like a pretty place to get like a selfie portrait, like a family portrait. There's lots of flowers, and there's like a mountain there and the trees and everything. It's really nice, like a spot. It's kind of off the main, like the path there. So it's a nice spot to stop and get some pictures at.
It is a beautiful spot.
Yeah, I love walking through the Canada Pavilion. It's so cool to walk through there. I wish that like there was a water ride attraction back there. It just seems it would just suit it so well, just because of the landscaping,
Exactly.
But that is a good one.
And some lumberjacks. It needs some lumberjacks.
No thanks. That experiment failed.
That worked out real well.
Yeah.
I'm a lumberjack and I don't care. Yeah.
He's a lumberjack.
I love Monty Python. So good.
It's one of the best skits in it.
So my next one is only at nighttime at Hollywood Studios. I love taking pictures on Hollywood Boulevard and all that jazz, because you got all the neon and all the bright lights that are going on in there. It just works so well, and trying to get nice pictures of the Tower of Terror. So I always try to get some kind of picture at night there. It's so beautiful. I see, like, it harkens back to the day when I loved Hollywood Studios as a kid. That was my favorite park. Well, more later on, but probably for a good 2-3 trip there. That was my favorite park, because there was just so much going on, so much to see. It was electric for so many years, and just seeing the colors there just brings me back to those memories of being a kid and walking through the studios. I love it. It is great walking there at night, and I just don't do it really very often anymore.
It's about the only thing that hasn't been touched there.
Yeah, yet.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I still do. Like, I love that park. I know I never went as a kid, so that the theming and the neon and lights and the palm trees and stuff, it's really cool once the park like starts to empty out and stuff, to kind of like hold back and wait, and then just kind of take and roam around and get some excellent pictures when there's not a ton of people there in them. It's a lot easier too.
Yipper skipper.
I think another one I just love is when you walk the trails of the Tree of Life and you can see the carvings in the tree and stuff. And it's really well. There's like a cave spot. There's like a waterfall there and stuff. It's really a good spot for selfies. The carvings are just really, really neat. They're detailed. It's amazing, if you just like stand there and try and find them all. It's a fun, just a game to play. The pictures like around the tree are spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, like you're saying, the trails alone, just because you get so many different angles, and whether you're up close to the tree or far away from the tree, there's so many details that really just, you can't even capture them all, especially like walking around where the parts where there's the waterfall that comes into it as well.
Yeah, that is a beautiful spot. I remember going my first trip or two, I spent so much time taking pictures of the Tree of Life. It was amazing. I just loved it way back when, because it was so new and fresh and so unique, not seeing anything like that. And I haven't had, with the kids not really taking, not going out to see Bugs Life, because I knew they'd freak out and cry. It's been years since I've actually been over there again. I can't wait till the kids are a little bit older and I can go enjoy the attraction and look at all the animals on there once again. So
Right.
I'm sure I'll start taking pictures again.
Yep.
You need a solo trip, man.
I did. I had one in November. Didn't
Say
have
we had our
time.
guys trip.
Yeah, no time for
Wow.
that. You wanted to bring your wife.
Was a lot of stuff we scheduled in that
Yeah.
in that time period too.
No cuddle time or anything.
I,
That's what the teacups were for, and we didn't get it.
I know.
we had Comic-Con for that.
All right, so next one from mine is going to be it's another one that's kind of hard to get, and you've got to be prepared for it. But going on the TTA People Mover,
Poopy mover.
The poop removal.
the Pooper Mover. So as you're coming towards the end of the ride, the part that's almost over the Monsters Inc. laugh floor, it's kind of that last big curve after you go through the whole Buzz Lightyear section. But it's right when you go around that curve headed back in towards Tomorrowland, and you see the sphere over the bridge that goes into Tomorrowland with the castle behind it. I've got some of my best shots, I think, of the castle from that specific spot. It's because it flips around so quick on there. It's hard to get it and time it just right, but I love that viewpoint.
Anything on the TTA is good, except when you're inside Space Mountain, because the pictures won't come out.
Yeah.
So that is a good one.
Yeah.
Plus it's a flash and, it's a selfie or something.
Flash.
Oh, the lights are on.
Oh. So my last one. Go ahead.
I was gonna throw my last one in there, but go ahead.
Yeah, my last one is in Epcot, and it is over by the Imagination Pavilion, and it is the waterfall that's flowing in the opposite direction.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I love that spot. I always on every single trip I take a picture of that. I don't necessarily get a picture of the castle every single trip. I'm sure I get at least one picture of the castle, but I always want to make sure I got a picture of that area, whether it's daytime or nighttime. And I don't want people in my picture a lot of the times either.
Right.
So I try to time it and wait until there's nobody there so I can get the perfect shot. I love that spot. It's a beautiful spot. I would love to just sit there with a drink in hand and a chair and just sit there and watch that waterfall.
With the jumping water in the background of it.
Yeah. Exactly. It is.
That's a great spot. And the monorail going right over too.
Yep. For sure.
Keith, you got a last one?
I was just all of Pandora.
Yep, that was mine. That was my last one, just a generic Pandora.
You can do the specifics.
I didn't have specific. Mine was literally just Pandora. No matter where you're at in that land, I don't know how many times I sent you guys almost the exact same picture every time I would go there, but it doesn't matter where you're at in Pandora. There's no bad shot from in there.
I would love to take my drone and just fly it over in Pandora and get some shots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get some unique angles up there,
On top of the floating mountains looking down.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
I would love to stand on top of the floating mountains and pee, and people will just think, and people won't know it's pee. They'll just think it's a waterfall.
Look, a rainbow.
It's awfully warm.
Well, it is 100 degrees out. But that is a great spot there. And a lot of people I know, they're going to say that the safari is another great spot of people that love to take pictures of too, because it's unique. You can get no one shot is ever going to be the same there for the most part.
I would love that in with Keith's Harambe. Well, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's all I pretty much have. I know I probably can come up with some more if I wanted to, but I don't really want to.
I could go on and on about photo spots.
Yeah.
Our listeners had some really awesome ones, though. So
yeah, Scott, why don't you start?
All right, first one comes from Mallory Thompson O'Brien and her whole food and rides. She said Pandora is rather picturesque. Spaceship Earth at night, the train station overlooking Main Street, Paradise Pier and DCA at the conclusion of World of Color, which she did show a picture of, which looked really good, and then the Disneyland Mad Tea Party at dusk.
Nice. Sharon Scrimenti Duffy, I know her. Every single time Harper's Mill. Also, ever since the kids were babies, we've taken the picture in front of this in the Wilderness Lodge. It's tradition. She's talking about the totem pole there at Wilderness Lodge. We do that so we can see how much the kids have grown over the years. Because one of our regrets that we have is we don't have a spot. We never had a spot in the house measuring our kids to see how tall they were. But we use the Wilderness Lodge one to see how tall the kids have gotten.
That's a cool way to do it, though.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah, Harper's Mill, especially from the boat, always a good one. Next comes from Morgan Johnson, East Plaza Garden with my daughter facing the castle. It's my favorite.
Good shot. Tony Orgelfinger, we'd love to take a picture in the Zurg prison at the end of Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin. Used to be able to step inside, but they added more bars to prevent that. I remember that. I didn't know that they added bars there. Oh, wow. What a shame.
People.
Yeah, people ruin everything.
David Benner said the three that come to mind are the Main Street shot in front of the castle and the one I request in front of my beloved mansion.
Good ones. Jeff Cook, we always get a pic with the snowman by the Christmas store and the rocket in the Toy Story meet and greet in the Hollywood studios. You know, the snowman by the Christmas store, that is a good one. I love that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I forgot about that until he said that. Thanks for reminding me, Jeff. I got to get some next time I'm over there.
Next comes from Gal Disney, the Mickey Waffles, the last day of our trip, every time.
Nom, 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 nom.
All the noms.
Leslie Philippi, love eating at Flame Tree with this view, listening to the screams. I wish we could show pictures.
Yeah, that's a cool spot. I used to, when Expedition Everest was being built, I would sit down there and watch it since you couldn't get close. It's a great shot, especially now, like you said, being able to listen to everyone on it. Next is Jesse Fouts in front of the giant golf ball. Who doesn't like that one?
What's that? I want to see a giant golf ball. Didn't they say like the guy has to be like 4 miles tall or something like that? It's like something ridiculous.
Yeah, and a normal like 4-iron off of it or something would take it to the moon.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. Next, Katie Maxwell. I have a real obsession with streetlights.
Yeah, the picture she posted was on Main Street, just like what Sean was mentioning about the holiday decorations and all the stuff that's on there.
Yeah.
Next is Eye to Eye, Disney Through Our Eyes, Polynesian Resort Beach. Definitely a good spot there. And whether it's towards the castle and Magic Kingdom or even back towards Polynesian.
Exactly. You can't go wrong with any view. Peas and Carrots. I love this semi-hidden gem in Harabi Market at Animal Kingdom. I don't have the picture, so I don't know what it is.
It's a picture of Brian kind of like in a hallway, and it's got like a hand sticking out, and I think it says, you are beautiful, or something like that.
Oh. Peas and Carrots. Check out Carmen and Brian's YouTube channel on YouTube. Yeah, they great weekly blog there for Disney. It's fun, and they're good people too.
Next one is DVC Mary at DVC_99. We love the colors in this African headdress. Animal Kingdom Lodge has many great photo spots. Patrick likes Casey's, and also put a picture of wearing the Casey's t-shirt at Casey's.
Nice. Dee Dee Herring goes by Achio Firebolt 29. Tree of Life Trail, so peaceful, and you can get right up to the tree and hug it.
And climb it.
And climb it. Some people do climb it.
Next is Frontierland Station at Frontierland STA. Tomorrowland at night. Love all the colors. And agreed, just like you said with Hollywood Studios, the neon and everything else. That entrance in is always really cool at night.
Yep. Geo Disney, that goes by at Geo Disney. For my family, it always was the Court of Angels in New Orleans Square at Disneyland.
Oh, R.I.P.
Man, I gotta go back to Disneyland. Are they finished the construction yet? The destruction.
Star Wars Land?
No, the Court of Angels, that was...
Oh, that's been gone for several years now, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a beautiful spot, though.
Well, that's right. They got rid of it.
That's something they did the Club 33 reno.
That's right, yeah.
Next is Steve Wing at swing_SHCS. Swing. Party on Wing. Couples must go to the wedding pavilion. It is so perfect and serene. We love walking around the wedding pavilion at the Grand Floridian. The picture point on that island across the Seven Seas Lagoon toward the Magic Kingdom is so perfect. Couldn't agree more. I actually got engaged on the beach right next to it, which DVC had to go and ruin and take from me.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. That's funny. Ash and G, that Disney couple 15. What happened to the first 14? Hopefully they're still together. Main Street USA with the castle in the background. A bit of a challenge depending on crowd levels, but always worth it. Yes, it is.
So it's a Where's Waldo, and see how many times you can find you in other people's pictures.
I always look.
Next is Brian Clackley at Clack Brian on the teacups and on Dumbo.
Next, David Coffin at David Coffin number 7. Love the Spaceship Earth picture, especially during food and wine. Hashtag Epcot. Hashtag showing us cool.
Adding hashtags. And next one, I think, is a repeat. Gal Disney 40 at Gal Disney 40 says the Polynesian resort pictures. Hashtag my happy place. Hashtag Scott's the best.
Next, Super Stephanie. It goes by Super Stephanie 13. The Gardens at Epcot's Canada Billion. Hashtag Epcot is awesome. Hashtag Canada is
Giant
forever
alcohol.
A. Hashtag Keith smells like cheese.
Hashtag maple syrup.
I like cheese. Shut up.
Well, thank you
Smell like
everybody
cheese.
for sending those in. We really do appreciate it. We need to get back to doing that, hearing listener responses on the air. I'm sure people love to hear their name. So with that, Matt, I know you're not here, but we could still take it away, my friend.
Sean especially likes hearing his name.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, so that's going to do it for this week. First, we want to thank our sponsors. Kingdom Strollers. Get your premium stroller and crib rental at kingdomstrollers.com. The vacation experts at mousepros.com help plan your next perfect Disney vacation. Get a clear view of the parks with Woody's polarized sunglasses. Check out all of their wood frame styles at woodys.com. Don't forget to check out our store at redbubble.com/Tiki Talk Podcast. And you can connect with us on social media. Find us on Facebook at Enchanted Tiki Talk, Instagram and Twitter at Tiki Talk Podcast. And you can leave us a message on the Tiki Hotline, which is 256-4MY-TIKI, 256-469-8454. And if you enjoy the show, please take the time to rate us on iTunes.
And you can find the Tikilicious Sean at 1 Minute Disney Dream on Twitter. That's 1MIN Disney Dream, MouseWorldVacations.com, and MousePros.com.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Dole Whip Daily.
And you can find me not so Tikilicious on Twitter at Scott A. Campbell or on Instagram at ScottyBoy.
I'm on Instagram and Twitter at mholly579. With all that being said, for our special guest Tyler, Alan, take it away, buddy.
Thanks for listening this week. For Sean and Keith, Scott and Matt, I'm Alan, and this has been Enchanted Tiki Talk. Aloha.
Have you guys watched any of the Olympics?
Every night.
Yeah, some of it.
Okay. So, which event would you rather do? The skeleton?
Nope.
Or would you rather do the, what is it called? The ski jump? If you had to choose one of those
the long
two.
jump one?
Yeah. If you had to choose one of those two, which one would you try to make a career out of?
Which one am I going to have the least painful death on?
I think the skeleton, as big as I am, man, if I hit those curves right,
you go to the
like
moon.
a speeding bullet, man.
To the moon, Alice.
The skeleton, they go like 86 miles an hour, and it's head first. At least like the luge, you're going foot first. Where I think the
the long jump, man, that's a long way to fall to your death.
It is, but they're hovering right above the ground for the longest time, so it's not like they're 100 feet up and staying 100 feet up and then just drop.
Except in the beginning.
Well, but it's like maybe 20 feet off the ground that they are, but then it drops straight down. But because of gravity, you're hugging it the whole way. So, either way, I'm gonna break every bone in my body or die.
Right. Yeah. So, do you think like the guys they save farts for like when they're in the air and they just like let it go to just get that little extra bit? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, why wouldn't you
time it right, like right off the ramp. If you're taking a rip one, that's at least an extra like 2-3 feet
I
worth.
would think.
Yeah. You know what surprised me, and I noticed more like when Shaun White was doing the snowboarding last night, but I think most of the skiers, they always have their headphones in, and like I think it was one of the guys from Japan was on his cell phone doing something, then put his cell phone in his pocket. I'm like, you're gonna bust your cell phone, or two, like especially in like those long jumps, you want as little weight on you as possible. Not that a phone weighs much, but just because of the wind or anything else, like I can't imagine it would take much to throw your balance off either, just being uneven.
That's what Jenny said. She's like, he's gonna break his phone, and I'm like, I'm sure the phone is the least of his worries when he's like flying down, that at half pipe on a twig. I think his cell phone breaking is probably kind of far down on his list.
I always picture like them standing up there listening to music and hearing going ooga shaka ooga ooga shaka.
I'd love to know what music they're really listening to, because I last night when I was watching Shaun White, I'm like, what song would I pick as mine? I'm like, I'd do the We Go On from Illuminations. I don't know why, but that's like the first song that came to my mind of like, I want to listen to that.
I pick Free Fallin' by Tom Petty.
That's not a bad one.
I don't know. I have no idea.
It's like Michael Phelps. I mean, he listens to like death metal or something else to get him all pumped up and pissed off.
I would probably go with Elvis, All Shook Up.
Nice.
Enchanted Tiki Talk has been brought to you by mousepros.com. Let us plan your perfect Disney vacation. And mickeymonthly.com, where you can get the park sent directly to you. And by kingdomstrollers.com for all your premium stroller and crib rental needs. Also by Trader Sam's Coffee. Why not brew some magic in your home? And finally, woodies.com. Sunglasses for a glare-free view of the magic. For all of us here, I'm David Benter. Thanks for listening to Enchanted Tiki Talk.